All right, folks, we are back. Welcome to week 6 of the 70-Star League Division 2 here at the Global Speedrun Association. Of course, playing Super Mario 64. A little bit of floating there from Drogie. Hopefully not going to be seeing much of that. It does seem like something that is against the rules. We are here with two absolute gargantuans. Xein64 versus DrogieSR, and the story of this race is momentum. Drogie and Xein are both 3 for 3 in their last 3 matches. Drogie, of course, had a rough start to his season, but has won his last 3. He's on a streak. Xein has yet to lose a match in this league. So a streak's going to go down. A streak's going to be broken this game. Is it going to be Xein? Is it going to be Drogie? We're going to find out. As we are getting started right here, right now. How excited are you? I know I am absolutely psyched. Both of these players taking a moment to pull out their phones. Xein taking a selfie. Drogie playing some Golf Clash, earning himself some points toward a free sub toward the Speedrun channel. And this will be the clash of an ages-old rivalry. It is Germany versus Switzerland. Who is the better German speaker to play Mario 64? I'm not sure. And we are getting Mario's out of the pipe, and Xein getting a quick one-up on his opponent. Looks like both players are playing on the US version. And Drogie missing the Lucky 2 skip, all ready to start off. The cameraman wants a little bit of screen time himself. Seems like one of those kind of slightly narcissistic directors who always wanted to be an actor and always kind of puts himself into every single movie that he's in. Of course, referring to myself 30 years in the future. Xein picks up this bomb. Oh, gets a really, really poor bomb. Going to take a little while to get over there. And Xein might as well have hitchhiked his way over to behind the Champion's gate. Drogie gets a medium bomb and does a little backflip strat. So, very strong start out from these two players. And by strong, I mean both players making key critical mistakes. But of course, both of these players never count them out. Apologies for the late start to the stream. We did replace it with a little bit of Diddy Kong Racing. Hope you enjoyed that. The 1 p.m. race has been rescheduled. It will be today, a little bit later. Getting predictions down. Drogie looks like he's headed for a little 12.7, hopefully. Let's see. Oh, gets a 12.6. Commentator counting out Drogie. Absolutely underestimating. Very disgraceful. And Xein deciding to skip, opting for bumps before Princess Peach's Secret Slide. So effectively sacrificing that extra 1 second. Not a huge deal, you know, in a marathon. Xein missing Owless. A very nice kick up the slope to avoid losing more time. I believe that the race has been rescheduled. The 1 p.m. race has been rescheduled to 5 p.m. So we do have a full day. Xein missing Owless once more. So definitely stay tuned. We will give you a solid update as soon as we know for sure. And Drogie with a strong start to Womp's Fortress, and Xein already losing the lead that he had, and Drogie clearly now in the driver's seat. Oh, but then missing that cannonless there. A little hard to tell exactly where these players are. Drogie decides to back it up with Into the Wild Blue, very standard. And Xein getting a rough start to this cycle. Yep, not going to be able to make it. Though, it looks like he may have... This is really behind the cycle, so it looks like he may have done the, yeah, it looks like he may have done the easy... The intermediate cycle, or really the half cycle, the half normal cycle. Drogie, meanwhile, with a rough start to his 100 coin. Gets the kick up onto the slope, might save a little time back, but gonna pick up the backup coins, not gonna go for the early cycle now. Looks like he did also go for the easier cycle. And nice and easy. Oh, actually, in fact, it looks like Drogie went for intermediate here. Xein cleaning up a nice quick 100 coin after that. No, indeed, Drogie did. Oh, did Drogie go for Pro Cycle? Yeah, it looks like Drogie went for Pro Cycle there. Very unfortunate. Just based on the number of coins he had, unless he got a bunch of backup coins. But Xein picking up that into the Wild Blue. Players having a bit of a rough start. Womp's Fortress, a spaghetti-tastic level, notorious for throwing off runners even at the very top caliber. In fact, the number of runners who routinely get a sub 730 Womp's 10, I could really count probably on one hand. Very, very difficult to do in the context of a marathon. Drogie going to be entering back in to the painting. And looks like Drogie with a pretty decent sized lead here. Although it does have to do that chip off Womp's block, so probably not quite as big a lead as it may seem. But of course, we'll only have to go for that Peach's Secret Slide one more time. Xein bopping here into this final star and going to be going for that slide, that first slide shortcut star. And Drogie going to be finishing up Womp's real soon behind him. Commentator going to be brave and predicts a 12.6 for Xein. Xein, of course, has been on an absolute tear in this league. Has yet to lose a match. Has yet to lose a race in Division 2. Showing himself to be on a completely different level. Xein with the little bonk. Definitely not going to be getting a 12.6. A 14.2. So effectively a 15.2 since he gave up the free second, not going for slide first. Because that's how math works. Drogie going to be going in. I'm going to predict a 12.7 here. Play it nice and safe. Looks like Drogie went for a slightly safer wall bump. But a very strong rebound. And looks like he is going to pick up that 12.7. And Xein going for the quick one, the quick bump. I think this is going to be a 12.6. I think I just called it one slide too early. A 12.8. Commentator 1 for 4. Just a horrible showing. Just a terrible, terrible showing from Shantastic. And speaking of bad showings, Drogie unfortunately gets a little too greedy. Winds up missing that first red coin. Oh, that was a little risky, but... and misses it again! Drogie's eyes were a little bit bigger than his hitbox. And Xein right behind his opponent. But Drogie's still in the lead. So we're going to be headed here into the Dark World. Drogie picks up that switch. So far with a pretty decent start. Gets a little bit of dust. Looks like we are going to be seeing a pretty safe Shigeru cycle attempt here. That does appear to be the case. Xein playing cutting corners a little bit, but has a nice hard stop there, so it looks like we're also going to be seeing a shake from him. And Drogie picks up the Shigeru cycle. And Xein actually going for a budget Shig. Not really losing virtually any time, just a tiny, like, a few frames, honestly, between them. Not a huge deal. And if you are comfortable going for it, no worries. Xein hops over the pipe, doesn't go for the dive. Drogie cleaning up these Bowser throws. And Xein right hot on his tail. No pun intended. Is that a pun? That's not really a pun. Bowser has a tail, okay? Just, okay, leave me alone. Drogie picks up that key, and crazy hot take prediction. I think Xein's going to do the same. And Drogie headed into the very right side. The absolute rightmost frame of the Bob-omb Battlefield painting. Just beautifully optimized play by Drogie. Kicks up the slope and off a little bit early. Once again, very optimized. Xein gets the speed kick. And a strong sky hop. Samurai Man with the 9 months in chat. Shoutouts to our subscribers. Thank you for supporting the stream. We can't do it without you. And double shoutouts to our subscriber mods. Being a sub, a mod, and a runner, I mean, that's the trifecta. Drogie gonna pick up this wall kicks will work scene. If you're looking to subscribe to the Speedrun channel, but you're a little not really in a place where you're comfortable necessarily shelling out the dollars, know that we've partnered up with Onyx.tv, where you can download one of their free apps, and by playing one of their apps, you can earn points toward a free sub, earn 500 points playing Golf Clash or World of Warships, and spend it on a free sub to the Speedrun channel. Xein going to be rescuing a little baby penguin while Drogie finishes up that very same star. And it looks like nothing all that material has changed. Both players really cleaning up their act here. Looks like Drogie is opting for CCM18, going to be picking up slip sliding away. Does not want to mess with double pillarless or HMC early. Certainly don't blame him. And looks like Xein going to be doing the absolute same. So both players going for CCM18. Slightly higher risk in terms of time loss, but much easier not to make a mistake. Of course, CCM18, no such thing as backup coins. Well, obviously there are backup coins before you go in, but if you miss too many coins on the slide, you gotta retake the race. It looks like Drogie not gonna get the safety coin, so can only miss one coin here. If ever there was a time to post Monka S in chat, or GSAS if you're a subscriber, play Golf Clash to unlock the GSAS emote. Looks like Drogie having a solid start so far. Xein did pick up the safety coin. Well, it looks like Drogie doesn't seem to have made any mistakes or missed any coins. The rest of these are fairly free. So it looks like Drogie going to be saving a little bit of time before over Xein's decision to back up that red coin. Very strong decision. Xein takes a little hop over that corner. I remember hopping one of these corners actually causes you to lose the race for quote-unquote cheating and taking shortcuts. Hopefully that wasn't the corner. I'm sure Xein knows what he's doing, though. Ooh, Xein actually missing the long jump. BDEF gifting a tier 1 sub to 2003-041. Shoutouts to our VIP BDEF. Preserving the streak. Sounds like 2003 had a little streak going, and many thanks to our valued community members for supporting each other and for supporting us. Drogie, meanwhile, here in Binny's Brewhouse. And a little long jump strat coming out from Drogie, very strong. And the name of the game for Xein throughout the course of the season, as you just saw, he picked up that safety coin, had a flawless run at that 100 coin. And it really seems like the name of the game for Xein this season has been consistency. Not going for super crazy strats, not going for something extremely ambitious, just relying on solid movement to save minutes of time and just gain an edge over an opponent maybe going for crazier strats. And it looks like Drogie just going for slightly harder strats, and Xein might fall off the roof. No, Xein's okay. I thought that seemed a little bit sketchy. Drogie cleaning up here. But Drogie going for slightly more advanced strats and executing them. As long as the execution is on point, Drogie is going to have a hard time losing this lead. And Drogie going to pop into this basement, and Xein going to be finishing up in BB8. Drogie does a little dive strat there. Decides to play it safe, not go for any punches, nothing super crazy. I gotta say I'm a fan. Of course, Drogie doing a little safety punch there, just in case he forgot to grab Mips. Decides, if I forgot to grab Mips and he happens to be right there, I'm gonna punch there again. Turns out not to have needed it, loses a little bit of time to it, but good to play safe. Good to play safe, especially when you're in the lead. Drogie with a clean pillarless. That's going to be his only one. Xein picks up a little bunny on the way. Ooh, Xein gets a dive grab on the Bob-omb, and that is going to mess up this attempt. Gonna have to take another shot at the pillarless, but gonna back it up now. With shining atop of the pyramid, nice and chill. And Drogie picking up the Talon Star. So the reason, of course, a question in the chat, the question is, why is there exactly a 70-star category, not say 85 or 44 stars? The 70-star category is not actually defined by the number of stars that you're required to get. For example, I could collect 85 stars, and Xein picking up, oh my gosh, is this a medium bomb? This is a medium bomb. Oh no, it's not. Just a bad ground pound there, kind of messed up his momentum. So strictly speaking, you could collect 85 stars. You could collect 85 stars and complete the game. So this would be considered any % no major glitches. It's just that the number of star category, that just makes it seem cleaner. So 70 stars basically means you cannot do MIPS clip, you cannot do BLJs. So you cannot do any glitch that allows you to skip a major part of the game. Drogie cleaning up the red points here, and Xein going to be finishing off the Talons, and that's going to be it for SSL this race. So yeah, I could collect as many stars as I want theoretically. I could do a 120 star run and submit it as a 70 star run, or as a 16 or 1 or 0 star run. But basically, the number of stars, the name of the category is defined by the number of stars you have to get to follow the rules of the category. So the rules for 120 stars is collect all 120 stars. The rules for 70 stars is no BLJs, no MIPS clip, as Xein gets a nice and clean long jump lava boost here. Looks like Drogie is going for some anti-bully action. And then, of course, you have 0 stars. Drogie getting bullied! Oh my goodness. Drogie gets stuffed in a locker for a brief bit, but gets his revenge, brutally murdering them. So yeah, for example, 0 star is your pure any percent. Basically, every main category that is not 120 star was any percent at one point until a new glitch was discovered that allowed you to get a major skip. Of course, the first one was the backwards long jump, which got you into the 50 star door and into the endless staircase as Xein picks up, starts to go toward that bully star. Is he gonna make it? Yes, he does. Cannot get knocked into the lava here. Drogie cleans up the bully. The bully's very clean. A single triple kill, followed by a clean thingy there.
Here we
go! There is indeed a there's an any percent history video, I believe, by Summoning Salt. I'm not sure, or Summoning Salt, basically detailing the entire history. It's a very, very beautiful video. It names a lot of really cool and awesome runners who have contributed a lot to this community. Definitely recommend checking it out. It was one of the first videos I saw when I was first getting into Mario 64 speedrunning. And oh, Xein having a little bit of trouble. That is going to increase the lead for Drogie. But yeah, it's a really cool history. You know, we had 70 star, and then that became, the any percent became 31 star when BLJ was discovered. And then MIPS clip was discovered, which made it 16 stars because you needed 15 to get MIPS, and then 1 more star in DDD. And then the SBLJ was discovered, which was the 1 star, because you still had to go to DDD. And then they discovered DDD skip. So DDD, of course, being Docs. Xein with a little booty burn clip going onto that platform. Just a really cool and rich history to Mario 64 speedrunning and to the any percent category. I highly recommend checking out the history of any percent. Definitely a worthwhile watch. And just to clarify, yes, the in 120 star, there are no glitches banned. The only parameter is you have to get the stars from where they are. A little source requirement right there. At least I think there is a source requirement. I'm not sure if there was a need for a 120 star NSR, but of course NSR now a big thing in the N64 Zelda games. 100% NSR is being brought back by the world record holders EFG. And with the debug menu glitch in Majora's Mask being discovered or not discovered, but revolutionized, any percent, 100% NSR is making a comeback as well. Very, very, very cool going on nowadays, actually, these very days. So definitely check those out as well. Very excited time to be in the speedrun community. But I would say that at any point, because it is always exciting to be in the speedrun community. And Drogie going to be going for this boarding, the sub star, and Xein having a little trouble here. Oh my goodness. Having a lot of trouble picking up that chest and almost gets zapped. Barely missing there. And looks like Drogie keeps on padding his lead bit by little bit. And going to be picking up this back sub. Xein mercifully finishes off the chests in the current star.
Tego.
So based on my knowledge of the history, of course, of being asked if it was possible, if it was deemed possible to duplicate stars or dupe stars, would 120 stars still be have the same rules? Chances are the rule would change, basically no duping, and then it would be 120 star would be the category where you're not allowed to dupe, and then you would have like a 120 star no source requirement where you're allowed to dupe stars. And I'm sure a lot of people would be extremely excited to run such a vibrant and interesting category. Drogie going to be running here into Bowser in the Fire Sea, having a little bit of trouble. This might mess with the cycle, and ground pounds into the lava. 100% going to be missing early Ellies now, and that is actually huge because Xein was only just a little bit. Actually, yeah, this is going to shorten Xein's lead for sure. Drogie going to be hard-pressed to make the cycle now. I don't think it's actually possible, but we will see if he can get like a little bare-bones wall kick. Oh, it's going to be very close. Very strong movement, but just barely misses. Yeah, not going to be able to pick up that coin in time. Does get the side flip ground pound for swag's sake. But we're going to see Drogie. Sorry, commentator, forgetting how to speak English for a quick second there. And having a little trouble with that side flip. Going to have to go for very... And we see a visible cringe actually come out from Drogie. Highly unfortunate. Drogie not sure exactly what cycle he's contending with, but gives us a little bit of style. And Xein going to be pushing here. Oh no! And gets lava bopped. And Xein himself is going to have to go for this normal cycle. Has plenty of time to make it. Some very interesting metaphysical questions in chat over whether duping actually increases the count in the item that you are duping. At least there's some serious philosophical questions about cloning. Is your clone a different person than you are? Or is it the same person, a carbon copy of you? And by that measure, do you have the right to steal from your clone, for example? Do you have the right, say, to punch your clone? Because technically your clone's a different person. Does your clone have rights independent of yours? Very deep questions being asked in the Twitch chat. Commentator certainly not equipped academically to discuss them necessarily. Xein missing a little bit of a Bowser throw here, but going to clean it up. Not too bad. Could have been worse. Could have gone off the edge. So he gets a little bonking. A bit of an exertion from him on camera, but good RNG, kind of making up for it. I feel like that bonk was not as bad as if he had had disastrous RNG. Even the Skeeter is okay. The RNG from the Skeeter also not bad at all. And Xein going to be unlocking the upstairs door. Unlock yourself a free subscription to the Speedrun channel. Download Golf Clash or World of Warships through the Onyx.tv app. Type !Onyx to see how. Do your regular check-ins to earn points toward a free sub with 500. Drogie having some good RNG here, toasting through this Wet Dry World 100. The reason expert players despise this star is that there's nothing you can do about RNG, and Mario 64 is largely an RNG-free game. Pretty much just coin placement is the main problem, and every now and then your enemy placement, which typically has to do with coins. And Wet Dry World 100 is full of RNG because most of the coins that you collect come from boxes or enemies. Other 100 coins, typically the coins are in fixed positions, are not subject to RNG. Which is why Wet Dry World 100, I like to joke that the worse you are at this game, the more you like the star. I personally like the star because it's the one star in the entire game where losing time is not due to my own screw-ups, and I do mess up a lot. Drogie picking up these shocking arrow lifts. Dodging the arrow lifts, does not want to get shocked. Xein getting some god RNG here. Xein gonna clean up. A little water level for swag. Drogie not opting for the triple jump strat, which is completely normal. 95% of the community doesn't do it. Xein also not opting for the triple jump wall kick strat. It's almost like these players don't want to lose time needlessly for a minor time save. And once again, things are just kind of going according to plan, with the exception of that fire seed. Both players missing early cycle, so effectively no big loss from those events. And Xein going to be picking up a little arrow lifts. Has one more star left. Gonna see how he fares. Drogie bumps against the wall. That's going to de-optimize his movement here, but picks up that momentum. Bam. Easy. Easy game. Easy run. Nice clean mountain clip as well. Usually you see a little bit of a hiccup here or there. Xein opting for long range strat. Nice and safe. Does not want to risk falling off the edge. Once again, Drogie saving a little time in what try world. And Drogie looking a little frustrated. Obviously, hard to make mistakes in a run, hard to be behind your PB, and Drogie definitely performing a little bit behind his PB, but probably wants to keep in mind he does have a sizable lead over his opponent, over a star, which is a sizable lead. Of course, nothing is granted when we get into Tippy, and Xein taking a little bonk there. Just keeps losing little bits of time to his opponent and is doing the safer strats. That is not a good combination. But this run is not over. It is far from over. Drogie does a little gardening, misses a weed. Hey Mario, you missed a spot. Drogie not happy with that outcome. Now, a big theme of this race is that every time Drogie makes a mistake and Xein has the opportunity to catch up time, winds up making the same mistake, or at least a mistake in the same place to lose the same amount of time. So we're going to get to these piranha plants, and we're going to see if Xein can finally capitalize on a little bit of ground. Drogie picks up the hardest star in the game, that is the upstairs toad. That is 1 piranha, 2 piranha, 3 piranha, 4. Aha! And then 1 more for posterity. Xein picking up a nice clean time save over his opponent, saving at least 4 seconds. Definitely the start of something big, and Drogie not happy at all. Do whatever with the bold statements, saying Tippy Toad is harder than Upstairs Toad. Very hot take, but Not quite sure how reputable a source, do whatever might be. Seems a little washed up. It's been over 2 days since his world record. Has yet to get another one. I don't know, guys. Xein picking up a breathtaking view from the bridge. Drogie with the jump dive over onto the mushroom. Has been, more like has been PBing non-stop.
Here we go.
Do whatever, taking a cue from Fantastic, deciding maybe playing is not for him, gonna decide to become a commentator instead. It is important to recognize when your talents are not necessarily in playing the game, but talking about people playing the game. Such has Commentator done as he watches Drogie pick up that blast to the Lonely Mushroom. A little bit of miss on that start. Xein blasts up. Drogie going for breezeless, and Commentator continues to project. Xein gonna be going for these red coins. Nice little side flip. Very interesting camera angles, but seem to be working for him. Ooh, gets a little lag there. While Drogie is all the way in Snowman's Land, Xein has a full another star to get. And Drogie misses the triple jump, and this is not doing good things for his mentality. Little does he know, or maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. Not sure if he was watching his opponent's stream, does a little shrug. But not sure if he knows that he is very far ahead of his opponent. Xein once again going for the safe strat. Also, can we get a little shout out for Drogie just casually nailing breezeless? I just kind of breezed right past that. I swear to God I did not intend that pun. Like, that was 100%. I apologize, like, profusely. That is a sincere apology. This is the most scandalous moment of my career, and I want to take complete responsibility, and I accept the consequences, both in public perception and in discipline from the Global Speedrun Association. I do apologize. Drogie, meanwhile, hopping into the deep freeze, getting a little bonk onto that wall. And a fake sync coming out here. And the sync being broken. Oh, Drogie gets a little bonk. Highly unfortunate. But a nice quick backup from him. Still ahead. Still very much ahead. Oh no, misses the ground pound. And Drogie is beyond words. Hopefully for him, he can understand he is still ahead in this race. He is ahead by a fairly decent margin. And Xein sliding off the deep freeze. Wait, did Drogie got... Okay, he has 52 stars. His star count is hidden on my screen, so I have to like judge from the top of the second digit of the number what that second digit... It looks like he does have 52 stars. Phew. I mean, worst case scenario, you actually... Oh no, Mrs. Mips! Oh, this is a disaster. Gonna be picking it up though. Fortunately, nothing crazy or run losing, and Xein having a little trouble with the bully. Demonstrating that that violence clearly is not the answer. Punching back oftentimes does not work out. Drogie talking to the second hardest star in the game. Going to be entering into basement is Xein. But yeah, not a huge deal if you accidentally... Oh no, Drogie. Having like just small movement errors. And small movement errors, while not all that difficult to... Oh my goodness. And Drogie, once again, missing the triple box jump. Not only missing the triple box jump, breaking the box. Or as we call it, the triple box. Gonna have to back it up with Christmas Miracle.
Here we go!
But yeah, like I was saying, little movement errors, they lose like a second here, half a second there. They lose only frames, but the toll that they take on your mentality, there is nothing more tilting than random bonks and castle movement. The only thing more tilting, I would say personally, is dying on a backup strategy. I think that's the worst part because it loses a lot of time and it's also just kind of the last straw. But Drogie sauntering through, still a star ahead of his opponent, little less than a star ahead. Xein did save a lot of time making that first triple box jump, so... And Drogie going to be picking up the amazing emergency exit. This is such a close race, folks. I think the widest this gap has been is about a star and a half. That is nutty. These players very, very close in caliber. Not all that close in standings, but they are both on a hot streak, which means they have to play out of their minds to maintain the momentum that they have, and only one player is going to get it, and Drogie getting some bad boulder RNG. Oh my goodness! Surprisingly keeping his calm. Apparently a little more frustrated by his own play than by RNG. Certainly good quality not to get frustrated by RNG, though. But yes, indeed, Drogie sitting a little bit low on that ladder, but if he can pick up this race, that is going to be a hefty few points for him. Ooh, oh no, Drogie. Punches going up the stairs. Now, Xein is sitting pretty far up and high here on the standings. Now, if he loses his match, but still gets all 30 commiseration points, Drogie nailing this Lucky 2 bounce. If Xein gets all 30 commiseration points, even if he loses this match, he has a chance to maintain his first place berth. That will depend heavily on the results of Blue Bob's match. And Xein taking a death! That is exactly what Drogie needed. But Xein is far from safe here. And Drogie picking up these red coins. Missed that red coin hitbox. Xein on his second attempt gets the Lucky 2 bounce. Didn't lose all that much time. Pretty much the best place to die in the entire run is at the start of Rainbow Ride. Yes, indeed, the 50-star door BLJ is not allowed, as it is a backwards long jump. Drogie doing a nice clean left side for tricky triangles. Even doing the jump dive on the switch. Advanced strats coming out from the Swiss legend. Indeed. lead because 70 star is no major glitches, not no major skips. So it's not just the skips that are banned, it's the tricks that are used for them. Drogie going to be going for swinging in Tabriz. Going to pick up that start nice and clean. Tricky triangles coming out from Xein. Very interesting camera coming out at the start. Oh boy, doing a little jump dive strat. Drogie going for early toad. Honestly, very interesting to see him do that. Oh no, misses. Gets the ledge grab. Gonna have to go for a time moving star to start off. And hopefully, gonna be doing TTC 100 later on. If he does it earlier, that likely means it's because he took a death. Another ledge grab that gets a clean first time moving star. And Xein going to be going for TTC 69, which is, of course, the slightly faster version, and Drogie barely avoids death. Beautiful wall kick and a ledge grab, and a little Monka-esque look from him. Some epic saves from DrogieSR. SR and Drogie's name, obviously. Oh no, Xein falling in the middle of TikTok clock 100, and Xein usually laughs it off whenever he makes a mistake. When you see that expression go off his face, it kind of worries me. Seems like doesn't seem so funny anymore. Very unfortunate to die there, one of the worst places to die. Speaking of which, Drogie makes that triple jump and effectively has all but doubled his lead, honestly. That is a huge time loss. Xein and Benji, two players who are particularly playful, and Xein gets a bonk there, or Drogie gets a bonk. They're very playful when they make mistakes. They're very much able to laugh them off. Solid mentality players, but looks like Xein might be a little bit fed up here. Xein goes for the long jump wall kick strat. Not a huge difference. And gonna play super safe, gonna avoid the invisible wall by not going for the hop off and the kick. Which does save quite a bit of time, but certainly not worth it if you hit the invis wall and fall all the way down. Meanwhile, Drogie picking up a little red coin star right here. Standard. And Xein mercifully finishing up the 100 coin. And now it looks like we have one more star to go, and that will be timed jumps on not so moving bars. Xein, meanwhile, starting up a few time moving strategies here. Now it really matters that this race is super close. It's not just about who wins. There are 90 points up for grabs. The winner will gain 60 of them. Beyond that point, there is a 5-minute window that the person in second place has to earn points for every 10 seconds between the winner and the loser finishing the race. The winner gets an extra 1 point. So there are 30 seconds. 30 seconds every 10 seconds, that's up to 30 points. Or not 30 seconds, sorry. 300 seconds. And for every 10, another point ticks away. So if Xein finished under 10 seconds behind his opponent, he would get all 30 of those points. Drogie going to be headed here into Bowser in the sky. Let's see how clean this attempt can be. There is no such thing as a free run. Anything could happen. And Xein continuing to breeze through these time stop stars. Nice little side flip strat there. Drogie headed here in bits. Hits the Ferris wheel. Nice and clean. So far having a great Bowser in the sky. Xein gonna be headed here into this time jumps on moving bars. Picks up that star. Has one more star to go. And then that Toad star and he's on his way. Drogie does moving left. Chat saying the only free runs are task showcases. Tell that to all of the time that they spent building those tasks. Little joke there, just kidding. Just messing with you. Xein gonna be struggling here with these red coins. This is not the time. Drogie already in the pipe facing down Bowser. Hits one throw. Xein cleaning up these red coins. Drogie setting up for another throw. Hits it. Has one more to go. Drogie misses a throw. Each throw loses 12 seconds. That's an opportunity for Xein to pick up yet another point. Drogie hits the final throw, is going to lock up those 60 points. Now Xein gonna be headed up into Bowser in the sky. GG's to Drogie. Ooh, little ground pound there. Picks up a 50, 56, which effectively means that Xein can get about, let's say about 9 points probably is the most amount he can get realistically. 8, maybe 9 points. If he has a perfect sky, probably about 9 points. Drogie kind of venting a little frustration, very, very not happy with, I guess not happy with the quality of the run, but quite frankly, worked out pretty well for him. Xein going for a regular setup here. Gets a little bonk on the Ferris wheel. That's going to lose him probably the opportunity for a whole point, and trying to jump on that pillar a little. Kind of cheeky, but all right, we're entering into the pipe here. Sorry, when I said 9 was the most points he can gain, what I meant to say was 9 was the fewest points he can lose, technically. So 20 to 21 points. So now he can probably get about 19. Oh, make that 18 points, or whatever it is. Xein not happy with that. Gets a little bit zippity zapped, zip zap zopped. This is not an improv training session. Shout out to anyone in the chat who actually got that joke, but Xein gonna be finishing up here in Bowser in the Sky. Finally, mercifully finishing this. And it looks like it's going to be either 6 or 7 points. I can't do the math quite in my head. Good luck in Division 2, Xein. Little goodwill coming out from Drogie. Little clip, clap, clop for Xein. And congratulations to Xein for picking up, sounds like about 20 points. Now, this was a pre-recorded match, so we aren't going to be getting interviews. And regardless of that, we're going to be headed right into yet another race. I am Xein64. We've got more action coming up for you. And I will be joined in the booth by a very, very, very special someone. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.